Hello everyone and welcome to my light language activation guidance video for the new moon in Scorpio coming up on 28th of October, maybe 27th, depending where you are. So new moon in Scorpio. Well, I am nursing an injured shoulder and recovering from a cough and cold, so I'm really feeling this invitation to go within, to do that deep dive within, which is what Scorpio always invites us to do, to dive into those deep emotions and to be willing to witness and transform what lies beneath. So part of that also, we also have Venus and Mercury, Sun and Moon are in Scorpio. So with Mercury, that communicator, we also have that invitation to look at how we can express some of our deepest emotions. And sometimes it's only in the actual expressing of how we feel that we actually get to understand what it is that's truly lying there with, beneath us. We may start by feeling angry, but in fact what's there is a deep sadness. So at this new moon in Scorpio, there's a real invitation to just allow yourself to move with whatever's coming up for you, to find ways to express that, whether that's to others or whether it's journaling, whether it's using sound or movement, or finding a way to let what is sitting there in the depths be released and move. And there's also this element perhaps of surprise here, where you might discover something that you didn't realize was sitting there unconsciously and holding you back, whether that's a feeling or a belief. So, be willing to be surprised and open by that, open to that, and to allow that to move so that you can move forward really more in alignment with your heart. Because really these deep heavy emotions that we feel hold us back are really just from experiences that we've had where we've not felt that in the moment, and where we've tucked that away, stored that away. And of course what happens is we get echoes and resonances of that happening again in our life. So any situation that triggers for you a strong emotion is really inviting you to do that deep dive and look within, and where did that come from? Where did I first feel that? And can I witness that now with love and compassion? Using that self-directed compassion that I use so beautifully and so powerfully with clients and with groups. I was on a retreat, a yoga retreat this last weekend, sharing sound and voice and sound healing, and also sharing some of the compassion key processes, where we got to really meet with our own hearts those feelings and beliefs that were limiting us from having the life that we really want, which is a life where we love ourselves, we take care of ourselves, and because we do that, we're so filled up, we're able to share who we are with others and really share our light. So it was a beautiful experience. And there were also some really deep stories that were shared over the process of that weekend. At the beginning, everyone's holding back a little bit, but over the time, over the few days, as we're doing processes together and just laughing and talking together, the deeper things arise. And there's such a power in that telling of those stories, and in community, and having that healing, that when you're receiving that love and compassion from others, and also giving that to yourself. So that's the invitation at this Scorpio new moon. So I'm just feeling into what we would like as an activation to support us with this. And I feel it's about that trusting yourself to be able to do the deep dive. It's being willing to go down, to take the plunge, trusting that you can hold yourself as you maybe go and look in those darker corners, as you reveal perhaps some of those hidden secrets about yourself that maybe you didn't want to look at. And this new moon's gonna support you to find those, to transform those. So really trusting in that energy of transformation. There's that often that might bring in a little bit of chaos first, that emotion and feeling that emotion, but when we feel that deep emotion and let it move through, we're so much lighter on the other side. We get to be more of ourselves because we're not weighed down by that. You can almost feel it like an anchor that's pulling us back down into the depths. And certainly over my healing journey and self-development journey over the last 30 years, when the downs come, they're just not as intense anymore. Like you don't do those deep dives as much, so unconsciously, you don't get pulled down so deeply because you've done the work and you've presenced those feelings. And so it's just not as intense anymore. It makes it a lot easier. And you learn that meeting your feelings actually doesn't have to be a scary and overwhelming experience. I have, a beautiful friend who's gone through a very intense year, and she's very afraid of meeting her feelings because she is afraid that they will take her over. But the reality is that's not going to happen. And that it's that process of feeling them is actually going to allow a release. And then it's that movement. It's trying to hold it all back, hold back the tsunami. That becomes really difficult, becomes very hard. And eventually it's going to break through somewhere. So when you give yourself the time and you consciously witness yourself and give yourself the space, then you can meet it in a whole and healthy way, and then it isn't going to be projecting out into your life and hurting those that you love. So always having that willingness, and our hearts can heal anything. That's the message I'm getting, really to trust in the incredible transformative power of your own heart to witness and hold yourself with compassion and love everything back into wholeness. So all of that said, let's just take a deep breath. Close your eyes, breathe into your heart, allow yourself to feel the support and love of the earth beneath you. And as you breathe in, to just draw up that loving, nurturing mother energy into your heart and feeling how held you are in this human experience. And then breathing again, and this time breathing upwards and allowing all of that beautiful cosmic energy to come in. So many beautiful beings of light supporting us, connecting with your own higher self. And as I always say, the light language that comes through is directed by your higher self and the highest for you, to help you release what you no longer need to hold on to, and to activate you into the next level of your empowerment and self-expression and fulfillment. So breathing all of that in, asking our higher selves to be here and help us receive what we need right now. And giving thanks for these healing frequencies coming through as sound and light, through my voice and my hands. Kwayalanare namasaro kori. Narato te samarakana maleta no so chale menarana karote. Meseta are sharo kumasati bare tala tano moro. Kamare satace ere che samorata nele caro sota maca. Pasebado or arina marota qua se barana charo kot aine. Rasare in marotore ki. Masate in maro o cocere si baranata. Rosane in mano no gonda te bara sauce. Arato ni me se chievoro aloto. I rosso non gepiti cara sala. Rosso no con i amare te ne masaro ciore che are. Caseno monetero osso tu. Are shatone makore atsane kiboro doye sa. Mara awore ki mara aitini meri son moche. Awaka na Maria si giorno runo. Vale pare lanare tamokore. Io sono cocele marana nano doye ki. Rasana oke matare cho. Ola matai si ira atono koye. Taking a deep breath. So they were sort of saying there that, to trust that you never create experiences for yourself that you can't handle, because you orchestrated that for yourself. You orchestrated the experiences and the moments in life that were going to allow you to open up and to connect with the power of your own heart. And they were showing our hearts with wings, and that your heart is always soaring in love, always, and is ready with those wings to embrace anything, everything and anything that arises in your life and your experience that may feel heavy, that may feel dark, that may feel overwhelming. But your heart and the capacity of your heart to heal that is always greater, always. So And that's where we want to put our focus. That's their invitation, is to see us always as having this transformative power, you know. And Scorpio has so much of that energy of transformation, that we're able to meet the intensity because we have that strength in ourselves. We have that alchemy, that alchemical power that can transmute all darkness into light, because that is our true nature. So I hope that that was valuable for you today. Please feel free to subscribe, to share this with anyone you think may benefit. And in the next couple of weeks at the full moon, I always offer my Voices of Light global gathering, where we do a much deeper dive at that intense time of the full moon, really allowing ourselves to receive lots of beautiful healing processes and activations from the masters, the angels, all of the beautiful beings, the galactic beings who support us, and all of your teams of light and my teams of light who are always there for you. So just remembering to ask for their support and invite them in. And I am thinking that I will do a free call this week around the topic of being able to express your emotions, being able to connect with them and be able to express your emotions. So keep your eye out for that. I will choose a date and post it below when I know when that is. So I would hope that you would join me for that. That's a free call. We'll get to do a little bit of work around that collectively and individually, if you like, just to really support you, because this is such an important process, and I can't stress this enough. You know, we really, all of us, need to be doing the work to clear out those old stories, those old emotions that are just pulling us back into a lower vibrational experience that we, you know, really now we're feeling, all of us feeling that shift to living life in a more, in a lighter, a more joyful way, more expanded way. And also because we're so much about that age of sovereignty now. It's about you being responsible for yourself, you really taking care of yourself, you really owning the light that you are, and doing what needs to be done, doing the healing for yourself to clear away any residual darkness that's stopping you from shining your light, because that's what you're here to do. And you are a unique and sovereign divine being, and only you can shine your light here. And when you do that, we all get the gift of that. So thank you so much for watching. I wish you a very happy new moon in Scorpio, and I look forward to connecting with you in a week or two. Much love, many blessings. Thank you.